So I'm really struck shock, and with it on this video, but help bring me out of that shock and let's see if we can get the light going. There we go. Let's see if my body allows me to position comfortably. It might take a second or two. Let's see, that's there's a lot of pressure I'm trying to deal with, and let's see if I can get that working on one half of my brain while I give the live stream with the other half, and good healing process. I'm gonna take a minute or two, so bear with me or tune back in. So I was personally just thinking about the Indian culture and the Indian people. And the reason I think about specific cultures at all and people is because that's all I think about. I think about the whole world, the whole universe, in terms of spirituality. And obviously the Indian culture is big. It's viewed as the one of the key points on the planet of spiritual wisdom. My mind was going in that direction, you know, how it all fits in, and from what I understand. Rolling paper. And I was thinking about all the good things I like about it, all the things that me off, but the way I've been brought up, my life, modern times, my past, my soul, everything I've given, brings us to modern times, and we still have childlike the world. Yeah, and we still need to learn. And in the early stages, if we were free from our parents' programming, that would relate in terms of our interaction with people, and we'd experience questions about different races that we'd see every day, and there'd be a natural insight, a natural question and natural want to understand. You know, obviously it comes from this perspective of that child and everything that they've lived that up until that point. But I view people as and you can't help but view children that way. Our core is love. Our core is love. Our want for life is love. You know, we are a social race, a social being, a social animal. We're born into, and we've the one thing that's common all over the world is that we stay together. We stay into groups. I mean, mad, probably like myself, that goes off into the wilderness by himself, but he would have come from a place of culture first, you know, to fend for themselves at the age of a child. And probably we've got one or two masters in the world that have been able to do that. Thousands, if not millions of years. And through the means of spirituality, which is just keeping a love mind when looking at the world, I've kept a lot of that childhood perception within me. And with that childlike awareness, I was looking at the culture, what I like about it, what I don't, because what you don't like about something gets you as much as anything you like. What you like is obvious. You think about it, you dwell on it, and then the stuff you don't like gets questioned, or you feel it. You feel it like a pinch in your energy body. And you get an idea about a culture from a distance. There was this video I watched online about, I think it was actually about how people were dealing with the coronavirus, and I've adapted it because it just activates acupressure points in my head, and well, I think it calms me a little bit. Anyway, the news video was following the story of Indians and how they were dealing with the coronavirus or something, a news story. And I saw the goodness in, that's the image I've got of Indians. This woman that I saw, an old lady that was struggling, it just showed the good the people I view the people have. To the world, into the relation to what I know as good, into relation to what I know of my family, my culture as good. And I saw the good in her, and I resonated with that good. And it helped me see a parallel between the person and that image I have of the culture. And I realized that between what I feel of that culture and that person's goodness, we can begin to we can get an idea of the consciousness of that culture. If that's the idea that you have of most people of that culture, and that's what you feel about the culture as a whole, whether it be good, whether it be bad, between that, you get an idea of consciousness, because that's how you view the people. That's the ultimate creation. And what you see of the final culture, you feel it, and you know that that feeling has created that. Ultimately, that culture is that feeling in you that's pure, that's childlike, that's from love. So if you view a culture as bad, but you view the people as good, you realize something works with it that you probably don't understand yet, because the people are what you experience of them, of the culture. And if you're honest, that culture is good in that area. Sorry, I'm gonna have to take my time. You're probably able to take a little bit of consideration and gratitude for yourself, that you're a good person and you've got truth in that area of your life, because you see good in the final culture there, and you see good in the person there, and you know that's an element of truth, because how you view something you don't know, how you view anything, is childlike in its first moment of conception, because you are what you are. You've lived what you've lived, and you've come from the place of a child's mind, child's idea of life. And what you see bad in that culture, but you see in the person, again, that's truth. And unfortunately, we do have darkness in the world, like this live stream. And we have had, and some would say that would be classed as evil. But when you see a parallel, for instance, you see something you don't like about a culture, but you see good in the person that would as a human character. But you still see the opposite. You still see good. You probably know that you don't understand something about that element. Pardon myself. And as that merger happens, this is how it happened for me. It's a case of you gain a 3D image of like a VR almost of the culture, and you get an idea about it in an instant. And that's why I have had to share. So I'm going to try and manage the pain a little bit more, and I'm sure I'll be back soon enough.